Hey guys, welcome back. I've been sitting here today in the rain and the gray, and it's making me miss the beach. So I thought I would show you guys how to decorate a fishbowl with your beach vines. So don't forget next time you go to the beach to get some sand for this project. And this could be a vase or a wine glass or anything. It doesn't have to be a fishbowl. So this is a piece of dried seaweed that I picked up last time I was at the beach, and I'm going to use it in the back for some height. And some random pieces of driftwood, some small pieces of course. Just kind of move things around so everything's balanced. So I had some pieces of fake greenery that I've added in here. It looked kind of feathery and kind of beachy to me, something you might see naturally growing on the beach. So I add it, and like I said, I'm kind of adding some height in the back. So just random pieces that I found on the beach that I've collected, pieces of driftwood, any rocks. That shell I bought, but I can say that it came from the beach because I bought it there. So I just continue to arrange things how I think that it looks good and move things around. In this little shell, I always put this little coin. I think it was a necklace piece, but I put it in the shell, kind of like a hidden treasure, and add some random little starfish that I also bought. Any of the rocks or small shells I did find on the beach, and every time I go I do collect treasures off of the beach itself. My bathroom has a lot of blue in it, so I wanted to add a little blue starfish. So I just start kind of spreading the little rocks and shells around in there. I'm not doing anything perfectly. I'm not placing anything perfectly except for the bigger items. Anything else I just kind of scatter in there. If you look at the beach, it's not going to be perfectly placed. Anything on the beach is kind of messy and just natural looking. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of throwing stuff in there, and like I said, the bigger pieces I do place, and the other smaller pieces I just kind of toss them in there. If a shell lands upside down, I'll flip it over, but nothing has to be perfect. And anything that you have that you think would look pretty in there, just add it. I mean, it's yours, it's your creation. So here we have it, all ready to display in my bathroom. And I am going to show you guys how to do this again in a smaller version. And I am using, I think this is maybe a brandy glass. I'm not a drinker, so I'm not really sure. So this is, I think it came from a candle holder I had years ago that broke. So I kept that piece. And again, I'm starting with my sand, and I use the bigger pieces in the back. You always want to create a front and a back. So anything that you want to showcase or anything that has height to it, you put that in the back and you just kind of build off of it. So I'm just kind of following through with the same thing. The only thing I don't have in here is the greenery. I'm using shells and driftwood and little rocks and pebbles and just random little things that I've found on the beach. So this is where you can become creative and start adding things that mean something to you or remind you of that trip to the beach. This is why every time I go to the beach, I collect little treasures that I find just for this purpose. This actually gives me something to focus on and look for while I'm walking on the beach, and all of my kids actually do as well because they have their own little fish bowls. Every time we go to the Goodwill, we grab a fish bowl just for the treasures that we've collected on the beach. So I'm just going to add the last of my pretty little rocks and pebbles that I found and a couple pieces of sea glass and kind of throw them in there. I do pull out the brightly colored ones because I want those to be a little more notice. So I'll put those in last and place those so they're seen. So that is it. All that's left is adding a votive to the top, and I decided I liked this better upside down. I think it has a very unique look. I could have turned it over to make it a lid, but I like it like this a lot better. So I hope this gives you guys some inspiration next time you go to the beach. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.